Well, once again,
Here.
we out this motherfucker.
We
and
back.
it's 7 million trillion thousand degrees out here again. I'm talking about.
He ain't lying.
I'm sweating already, bro. The episode probably 17 seconds long, and I done already got some sweat coming down my my forehead.
Arms glistening.
It's been a little minute though.
Yeah,
It's been about a month. I say it's been about a month. Like I said, we be having shit to do. People
We trying to stay consistent, but life be lifing.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. We're not stopping life for it now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. People got stuff to do and, business to take care of. But during our absence, like we always say, the world keeps spinning.
Yeah.
You feel me? A lot been going on. I'm gonna just touch on my summer real quick. I had a decent little summer. I worked the whole summer again. I worked a little summer camp. It was smooth.
You know Joe love the kids.
You know I love the kids now. It's about that time to go back to work though tomorrow. The kids actually go back to school tomorrow.
So what you been doing the last couple weeks? I seen you had the open house.
Yeah, bro. That was my first open house actually. Cause last year I started teaching like kind of not the middle of the school year, but some like
Towards
a little bit into the first semester.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to do like none of the pre-planning and like the open house stuff. And I was like, bro, it was like I really seen how old I was.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, bro, I'm really the person that's like they're coming to meet Mr. Markham. Like it's not like I'm going. It's not like when I was in elementary school. Like who in my class? I'm going to meet my teacher. So I'm like, dang, I'm the teacher now. Like I'm looking at our little printout. I'm like, damn, I'm the face on there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, me and my co-teacher.
You the one waiting in the room when the parents. What?
Like I'm like my name on the paper. Like this, you were in his class. So to me, it was just like a real eye-opening moment. Like damn, like because. Even though I did a full year of teaching, I didn't do a full year. So this was still my first experience when it comes to that part.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I think that's cool.
Arranging the class, bro, which I have no creativity. That's what I really realized. Like,
bro, I forgot when I noticed that, but it's like, bro, it's just another part of teachers that I feel like they don't get paid enough for. You feel me? Like, it ain't no... Schools don't have a set aside room decorators, interior decorators. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you create the atmosphere in your classroom.
On top of that, not only do you create the atmosphere in your classroom, it's all up to you to make it, and it's mandatory.
Yeah, exactly. Because what you mean by mandatory? Like, you have to have certain things up.
Yeah, you have to have certain. Yeah, like I know.
Like, is it a number?
It's no. You have to have certain things up. Like I'm not always sure whether this is just like a school policy, a district policy, a zone policy, or what. But I know, like for example, I know we had to have a word wall up.
Okay.
And you gotta have your data up. You gotta have your standards up.
And you think I knew about the the standards and stuff. Does it vary by grade? Like because you're doing fourth grade, is it a word wall? Would it be something different for third and fifth?
I do believe that it's consistent across at least 3 through 5.
Okay.
I know 3 through 5 pretty much is on the same thing.
Yeah.
K through 2 is kind of considered like the younger kids, and then 3 through 5 is kind of considered like the older kids. So I know through 3 through 5 at least you're gonna have a word wall. But I suspect for everybody to have a word wall. But I ain't gonna lie, the kindergarten halls and stuff, they be having hella shit on their wall. They should be packed out. But I really
keep the kids engaged somehow.
I realize
they're gonna be looking around, so they might as well look at something.
But they're looking all over the place, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, it really that like the way a classroom design really do matter. Like, you walk into a classroom that's not as designed and not as put together, you feel the difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You create that environment in your classroom.
The environment, the learning environment is super important. And it's just like stuff that you don't even realize. Like all the little stuff really adds up to the feeling of school.
Yeah, because I could say for me, growing up, how them certain classrooms, like they all got the same, like they all got them same posters from Office Depot at the same time. Like learning is fun. It's that one bear over the woods with the fish in his mouth. It was like, bro, like I done seen it.
I need a little something more like on mine in the back of my classroom. I got this little thing that I actually didn't do. It was the co-teacher before me. But they kept it up there. I'm like, shit, I'm keeping it up there. It say like VIP lounge, right? So it got like the VIP lounge on the top, and they say like B grade. It's like all these little different words. We got like a little reading corner. We got like a reading corner, which is really for like we let the kids go there. Like I said, they're not feeling. I work with special ed kids, so sometimes they'll come in the mornings and they'll feel like a little discombobulated or whatever. So you just give them time to kind of like wind down in our little reading corner.
It's hard.
It's like books and stuff over there, but really kind of let them just lay down and chill for a second. We got a whole bunch of lamps to kind of like lower the lighting and stuff in there sometimes to just kind of like change the vibe and just get the kids more
comfortability. And varying. Because like, I think it's interesting how, one, just the way the school system is designed in general. I don't know enough to know all that I would want to change about it. But just the fact of you sending your kids somewhere every day, 5 times a week, and if the class looks the same every time they come in there, it's just you're leaving opportunity for them to not feel all the way engaged.
It's about just keeping shit interesting, bro. Think about, like, always put yourself in the perspective of being the child and not going to work. Like, I always think about, like, what would I want if I was them? Not necessarily what I feel like doing as the teacher or shit like that.
Like this is what they should be liking. This is what they should enjoy.
Because me, bro, it's even at work, like I hear a lot of the times, and I got like my coworkers are real great. I'm not gonna lie, they help me a lot. They do a lot of stuff for me and stuff. And but one thing they be trying to tell me is like, don't be as friendly with the kids and stuff like that, right? But I ain't gonna lie, I just look at it like, I'm only going to be this young for a little while. I'm only going to be able to relate to them on this level for a little while.
So I might as well take it.
So while I'm this age, like, I just don't feel like a 10-year-old should look at me, a 23-year-old, the same way they look at you, who might be 45, 46, 47.
Because, yes, like, and when you say look at them the same way, of course, at the baseline, I'm a teacher and I'm an adult. It's a level of respect. But, like you said, because you being at a younger age, there's a greater level of understanding that you have that they just can't. Or I usually don't.
For perfect example, you talk to your sister, you talk to your little sister all the time, bro. And you feel like, I know y'all be having this conversation.
My little sister, she like 10, by the way. She better turn 11.
Which is the same, which is 4th grade, if I'm not mistaken. Your little sister going to 4th grade, I believe.
Nah,
4th or 5th. She 11.
She's going to middle school because she got that August birthday.
Oh, okay. Weird. But yeah, even still, like, my kids are in my classroom is between the ages of 9 and 11 typically. So I'm only 23, so it's not like I'm just I was a little kid. I was a kid when they was born.
Exactly.
Like, like, I remember when your sister was born, we was kids.
We had we had a Ben Hill game that day.
Yeah, like, we was kids, bro. So it's like, when you see it, so now when I talk to them, like, they'll come to my desk, bro, they'll put my hat on, walk around, and stuff like that. They'll be like, don't do that. I'm like, they can do that with me.
I think the thing that gets confused, because I think it's similar levels of relatability with the sentiment that your teacher said with parenting, I think, to a degree. Like, you can be cool with them, but as long as the level of respect stays the same and the level of discipline, and you're going to listen to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think, like...
No, 100%. There is
for me personally, like, with my parents, I think my pops did a good job with me with that. Like, that's my dog. You feel me? But I know when he say certain things, I'm going to act accordingly.
That's dead. I was about to say, you know when that flip is on.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think coming from people that may not have that level of comfortability, like, they're going to tell you what has worked for them and what they've seen work with other people, which isn't wrong. From
what they're saying is right.
But you got to use it with, okay, I hear that they do have a teaching experience. I'm also young. Let me just bridge the gap.
Bro, that was the perfect way to explain it, honestly. Because at the end of the day, if you too cool, it's gonna be a shit show in there. It's gonna be a shit show in there. But at the same time, I do feel like there's a reasonable level of cool that I can allow them to be with me and stuff, and
because that part goes along with the room environment. It's not just the physical stuff on the wall. It's how you treating the kids and
100%.
how they feel like they're respected and heard and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Another point I think you brought up too earlier is like to have something to be able to switch it up, like you say, dim the lighting, or sometimes you play music and stuff like that. Is like, think about as an adult. And I'm speaking for more of the people, I guess, that work the typical 9-to-5s or that type of structure. You don't want to go into your cubicle and everything at work is the exact same every day.
Oh, no, you don't.
You know what I'm saying? No, even if you truly love what you do, you want some kind of variation. You want some like for example, in my job, even though I just started recently, like we'll have, like the team lunches, we'll go out, we'll have stuff catered, or like from what I hear at this new office, they got like a chip bar where they'll have like chips and salsa, go out with it. Just something to lighten the mood and not make you always feel like work. Bro,
just a slight variation into your day can be the difference of making your day.
Yeah.
Like, we had all these meetings the other day, and I was just so... Bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, that's the hardest thing is the meetings, bro. And the meetings be like an information overload,
Yeah,
bro.
I can believe that.
So, like, after a while, I'll be like, I don't want to hear nobody else talking. I don't want to hear nothing, right? But at the same time, when I had seen... she had put one announcement like, hey, we got some food for y'all in the cafeteria for this next meeting. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I never thought about a meeting that happy before.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just like the slight variation. And then, like, you just said, I'm glad you said this too, bro.
The music.
The music. one thing I do a lot in my class that that I had my kids last year doing, it made me so happy because I started noticing that they were doing it on their own computers. You know, all the kids got their own laptop. Yeah. I play lofi music because when I play lofi music, I do that for when I'm doing my homework.
Yeah, and it just puts you in that mood.
It helped me focus, but you also got that music tune, so where it's kind of like you kind of keep going. It's not like you're just sitting there dead quiet and there's not no lyrics to make you kind of throw you off of what you're trying to do. Exactly. So you can read and listen to the music. You can still write and listen because you know you get to rapping and shit. You can't rap and write. You can't rap and read. It's too much going on.
It's too much.
It's too much going on. So that lofi music, I end up having my kids on it hard, and I was just like, wow, I'm so happy that like just seeing certain things you do and you see them carry it over, you be like,
when they pick it up themselves, I know you like, damn, that's
because I'll just start walking around because they're not gonna be like, hey, Mr. Marco, I'm listening to lofi music. I'll walk around and I notice these kids got on these headsets
and it's like it goes to show how comfortable they are, one. And then two, people forget, or a lot of people don't know, like music literally, one, it has like healing powers, but even along with healing, like just the ability to transform your mood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, like if we all, you gotta, like the older people or even other teachers and stuff like that or people in the school system, like they fail to realize sometimes, bro, you're dealing with kids. Bro, you got a whole lot of fourth graders in the room.
I'm glad
you're trying to get them to stay focused, and you got one person reading and it's dead silent, and they just have the room to look around, get bored, talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? Bro, just having something else consistent.
They are still kids at the end of the day, bro. That's one thing that it be killing me because it just be like sometimes you just run into situations and people be too stern. I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, these kids are still 9, 10,
yes, they did something wrong, but they don't even realize the magnitude of it.
And bro, a lot of the stuff they just be saying it'll either be cool and stuff. Like you just got to really realize like how to manage it. Like for example, at my summer camp, I'll be with the kids and they be playing basketball and stuff, and we're trying to teach competitiveness, like. Be competitive, be competitive, whatever. And sometimes, like, the kids will be going back and forth, and they'll curse or something. They'll be cursing. Like, bro, get your sorry ass on, or something like that, right? And I don't say nothing, bro. Right. At school, I'll say a little bit more because it's just, I got to be more careful with the policies and stuff. But summer camp, I'm not saying, bro, I don't say nothing because it's like, bro, when I was their age, I was doing the same shit. I think you got to pick and choose your poison in terms of when you're going to complain and make, like, I'm not.
I get what you're saying because, like, yes, he said a bad word, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, and it's like, I'm not always everybody's parents either, right? But it's like, to your point, you're doing it. He's doing it in the context of competitiveness.
Yeah, it's not like he cursing at the boy. Like he not cursing at me for one. Him or, he's not bullying him for two. I'm like, bro. And then like sometimes you'll get a parent be like, yeah, my kid said he said this. But I'm like, listen, your kid said something too. So like, if you really want me to be real, if I can either get everybody in trouble, or I can just manage the kids like I'm supposed to be doing, and just ensure that nothing gets out of hand and keep everything in. Bro, in 5th grade I was cursing. I wasn't cursing. That's what I was going to say. Like, 5th grade I was cursing.
Like, even if you were to say, like, and I get why you say you do it in summer camp and not school, right?
Yeah, school's
even if you get on him, you can't stop them from saying it around each other.
Yeah.
So you just caught them slipping that one time.
That's what and then my whole thing is that be the whole thing, bro. And it's not like the kids are out here disrespectful, just being like, hey, Coach Joe, what the fuck going on?
Yeah.
Like, they not doing nothing. They not doing like that, bro. They be going back and forth. They be doing what they do, and then they curse, and I hear it. So like that's just how I am. Like I like having like I still try to use the young connect, and then obviously once I become their age, I'm gonna be like more similar to how y'all are because that demands more respect because of the age gap. It's not, you're not playing as much, but for me like just how I was just saying, bro. You talk to your little sister. I know you laugh and joke and stuff with your little sister. I be laughing and joking with them kids. They talk about me. They be talking about my head. They talk like They talk about like, and I joke with them like, and even back. Like I gotta be careful with what I say back to them. Obviously, you can't say nothing over the line and nothing like that. But I'll joke back and we make our little jokes. And, you know what I'm saying? We be laughing.
Like all of that goes into keeping the kids comfortable, bro. Yeah. And it's like you say. We can be friends and you can still respect me. Or we can be friendly. I ain't gonna say friends.
We ain't friends, but we can be friendly. Yeah. And you can still respect me, bro. It's just a matter of just knowing where the line is. Yeah. And a lot of them get exactly where the line is. Sometimes you gotta be like, hey, bro, chill. And they be like, all right.
Something I didn't even think about until just now with like some of the older teachers telling you how to do things is like, I think what you represent in this situation is this new age of education and teachers. Because I know outside of you, a couple of my friends that went to Hampton, or I'm seeing on LinkedIn and Twitter, like a lot, at least from what I understand, because I didn't have that eye into the adult world, the young adult world when I was younger. It seems like more people our age are getting right into the education instead of later on. So I think that represents it because, like, I had a lot of boring teachers growing up.
You
know what I'm saying? So it's like just having somebody that you can be cool with, or you know what I'm saying, that relate to you more, like that's needed, especially as a black male in education too. We definitely don't see that.
Bro,
so it's
at open house, bro, this lady was literally, she was like, my son gonna be so happy he got a male teacher. Da da da. I was like, damn, like I don't really think about that. Like I was just like, damn, like you really don't. A lot of these people don't. And the most interesting thing when they started saying that is I really realized the only people that helped me that I grew up with in terms of like adults and stuff, and especially like during school, was my male teachers from elementary school.
For real?
Mr. Payne and Mr. Gooms. Mr. Gooms got me my job, helped me get my job at Conley Hills, so he got me a Apparel position. And Mr. Payne wrote like my
letter of recommendation.
My letter of recommendation, bro.
That's hard.
So like, and then like these people are making phone calls and all this type of stuff for me, and I'm like, wow, bro. Out of all of the people I know in my life that are super successful and stuff, the only people that really cared to help me, like, find myself was my elementary educators, bro.
And male ones at that, and that's dope. And it's
black.
Cool because like
at that,
they understand you from a perspective that nobody really else can, especially as black man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope.
Yeah,
I think that's dope.
So we get into that, but boy, it brings since school's starting back,
right?
You know, we got some more foolishness going on.
We do.
Health wise,
just like what 2 years ago when school was about to start. Well, it was going on already, but that dang pox.
Boy, that monkey. Hey, I can't play with that monkeypox, bro. Hey, see, look, it's one thing to feel bad. It's a whole other thing to look bad.
To look as bad as you feel.
Like, bro, you know with Corona, like you like fuck, I'm fucked up. But
and it's like sometimes you don't even know.
Yeah,
you gonna know if you got that.
You gonna know if you got that, bro.
You gonna know.
You gotta think, bro. You gotta think, bro. Corona, like you just said, you can go through a whole Corona and be symptomless, or you can go through Corona, you be coughing, body aches and shit. Achoo, you know what I'm saying? Blowing your nose. It's a whole nother thing when you got a bump right here, a bump right here, a bump right here, a bump right here.
Sometimes on your hand, arms.
And it's not just bumps, bro. These shit are like craters.
Open
like but yeah, it's like ulcers on your face, like literal craters, like and like
it's wild.
I know. Do you think that it hurts to wash your face?
To wash your face? I feel like, I mean, me personally, I have sensitive skin already.
Right.
Like I got like big pores and stuff, so I feel like, bruh, it's anytime you see any red marks on my face, 9 times out of 10, it hurts a little bit.
Yeah, to an extent, at least really, a little bit. Yeah,
pressure on it. So I feel like, yeah, you gotta like barely
because
touch your face,
it's not like
bro.
it's not, to me. It's not like it lifts off your face. It like it goes into your face.
Yeah,
like it like it eat away at that part of your skin.
And then it's like shit. What? It just raised so many questions, bro. Because I feel like, dang, like, is it gonna have a bad reaction with the chemicals in my face wash? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah, shit can just get foul, bro. Shit can get bad. Shit can get bad. I ain't gonna lie. And then
not
like
enough research to know how to really deal with it.
Any bump, I just be like, fuck. I hope that's not what I think.
I don't want no regular acne. Like I just got over that.
Oh no, that's not what I think it is, bro.
Want no bit.
Oh, I got bit by a bug the other day. I was like, I hope it ain't a monkeypox right now. I didn't know it was a bug bite, but I looked up there like, hope this ain't a monkeypox.
The whole time I be looking at these folks like transition pictures and shit, right? I'm like, that shit started off as like a regular bump.
Yeah.
So like I'm looking at shit like, bro, I got bit right here, bro. I don't know if y'all can see this. I got like a little bump right here. Boy, all that week, bro. All that week, bro. I'm like, I'm looking at this, bro. I'm at open house. At open house, I told my coach, I'm like, bro, I hope none of the parents see my elbow and think I got monkeypox.
So, what's really going on with Mr. Marcus?
Yeah, because I seen
is he okay?
I seen a bump, and it concerned me just a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was like, what's the procedures like? What's the health procedures for monkeypox? And I'm like, shit, I'm assuming the same as Corona, but that's about it.
Some kind of quarantine period, but it's like I haven't done enough research to know about
me neither, bro.
The spread and the contagion once you get it. You know
what's interesting though, bro? This is what kills me about people. People like, I'm not taking no vaccine for Corona, blah blah blah. As soon as some shit actually showing up,
folks is asking where it's at. Not even like I need
folks is trying to figure out where they could get the damn vaccine. I was like, bro, y'all, this is how I know y'all don't be like, I respect whether or not you want to get the vaccine or not. That's completely your decision. But it lets me know that y'all not really against vaccines.
How informed you are, exactly.
Yeah, you're not really against vaccines. Like how y'all just tried to make yourself seem.
It was because so many people's gonna follow the flock, bro. So many people were saying the vaccine is bad. And I'm not saying I'm for or against, but from the perspective of people that
just
didn't want to take it.
for the sake of what we're trying to say.
Yeah, like they saw so many people talking bad against it, and like, dang, I can't do it because they say,
they don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You don't need nobody reasoning to see I don't want that on my face,
bro. Yeah. What? And I ain't gonna. And then you realize how much you got to deal with, bro. Your look, like the way you look, is huge on your heart, bro.
It's very important.
Like
ain't no face mask hide that all the time,
bro. I'm not going to work if I got that shit.
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah, fuck.
And that's gonna get ugly.
I'm not pulling out my
bro. If
camera,
I was to get monkeypox today, bro,
I'm taking down the mirrors off my walls and shit. I'm not looking at myself at all.
It's a mental and physical toll, bro. Because I'm not leaving the crib. I'm not even worried about spreading it. I don't want nobody to see me. Mm-hmm. You feel me? But then it's like that's taking a toll because now I can't have fun. I'm not feeling good. I'm on the phone with my girl with the camera. Like, what's going on, baby?
You taking it on? Hey, I can't really.
No,
I can't really.
I don't want nothing messing up my face, bro.
Like you just said, you on FaceTime with your girl.
Can't even.
You got your shit all over your face, bro. Like you know how many times you see yourself just walking through the house, bro.
It's just like I feel like no matter who you are, monkeypox is automatically gonna make you self-conscious. You know
I don't give a damn how much you got, bro. I'm not tripping on my looks.
I'm GQ sexy, nigga. Till them bumps come up.
But what? That shit that shit taking you.
Because now you thinking about everything. Like
it immediately cuts you in half. If you feel like you was a 10, you a 5, which is low.
Yeah.
So if you go from 10 to 5, if you go to 9, you a 4.5.
No, even low,
shit low.
If you go from 10 to 5. You out of luck.
You already out of luck. Ain't nobody dating no 5, really. Like, if I look at you and think you a 5, I'm not dating a 5. You know what I'm saying? So that's ugly. Like, I'm taking all the mirrors down, nigga. I'm taking off the face scan off my phone because I know my phone don't know who the fuck this is. My phone don't know who the hell this is, bro.
Passcodes only. You got to make a new one, bro.
My phone don't know who the hell this is, bro. So, hell yeah, that monkeypox shit, bro. And then it be saying, the one that fucked me up the most, though, is when they said it could grow. For women, it could grow in your vagina, and it could also grow in your anus.
I'm
like, bro, imagine you got a fart.
About that. No,
bro, imagine you got one of them motherfuckers. You can sit down, and you got that shit that rip that like it rip on the seat, like it rip like when you sit on the. Bro, you know how bad that joint probably hurt going against your fucking belt, bro. You know how much that fall? Like you got boo boo, bro. You got white too.
No.
You got a white boo boo fart. Like that's a lot going on,
bro.
That's nasty business, bro. I gotta stay away from.
I wish I didn't know that. Actually, well, no. Now that I know, so I can stay the fucking
bro,
way.
I told them folks. I said, bro, we get one case of monkeypox at this school. I'm using all of
virtual.
I'm using all of my time because I'm like, bro, I can't lie, bro. That's just the one thing I cannot do. I cannot do monkeypox. I cannot do. See, I can do corona just because I know it's not good for me. One, I got the vaccine, but 2, it made me feel bad, but it just felt like a bad flu. But when I get to looking bad, bro, I can't.
It's over with, bro.
I can't do that, bro. But so y'all know about the monkeypox. I know y'all know about your girl BG.
Free BG.
Over there in
Free BG.
Free BG and BG.
Free BG.
Yeah.
BG.
Yeah, and BG. Both of the BGs out there. Well, one they both locked up. The other one is in Russia though.
Yeah.
So I want to get your take on what you how you feel about
everything?
that. I'm gonna get just I want you to get your whole what you think. What you think?
Okay, first things first, I think a topic that we talked about before, and it talks about sports. The fact that the reason that she was only in this situation is because she went to Russia to supplement the money that she wasn't earning in the WNBA because she makes bigger contracts there. I think that's just the way that I like to think about things is like, okay, we're seeing the effect, but what was the cause? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I think it's unfortunate that she even had to put herself in this situation.
Right.
Okay, let's just put that out there. With that being said, this isn't her first time going to Russia to play basketball.
Right.
Because that's where she usually goes.
Right.
From what I understand. Yeah, so with this not being her first time going, I can understand. Like we said, I definitely feel like she has done it before. Right? Oh yeah, because it's nothing but a little pen.
She's definitely.
That's why I think she was so comfortable doing it this time. But I personally feel like she could have been more cautious or aware of the current situation in Russia. You know what I'm saying?
I think that she 100% should have been way more aware of what's going on in Russia.
She underestimated the fact that you're a well-known American that has some meaning or leverage that the Russians could use.
That they can use, and they've used it to their full extent.
Still using 100%. It. So, I think overall, I think it's messed up. Like I say, I think the part that people neglected in first place is like, dang, I hate that she even had to go over there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
It is sad that she has to go over there. But if y'all ask us to watch the goddamn game, she wouldn't have to go over there. Watch some damn WNBA basketball.
Facts.
Go to the games.
And then, like, with that being said, I think just like after that, everything that transpired after that, I think it's just crazy, bro. Like, didn't have any contact with people for long. Like, even her wife, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the part that people get understood, because like the media, whatever, especially because they're pushing this sports narrative, they're always, you know, what about my team, my teammates, my coaches, whatever. But it's like,
there's people that meant way more.
Her own wife didn't have contact with her for a little minute. I want to say at least a month or so. You know, so just the way she's been treated, that's kind of messed up for it to be over some weed, bro, and 0.7 grams. And they try to call her with trafficking. You know what I'm saying? She was brought that to use. You know.
See, my thing is, bro, I think for one, I think people try to make this into a situation that is not. I think it became more of a narrative-driven situation, more so than how I think it's a very black and white situation in terms of. I don't think it was no racist shit. People try to say some racism shit. I think
it's because she's an American, bro. Like, no matter what, if it was a well-known, even if let's just say, for example, Sabrina Ionescu, it was the same situation. She had to go to Russia.
I think it's the same result.
I think it's the fact that, like, and if anything, I feel like with the Russians are more of the you know, the European powers, I think they're more sexist than racist sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you know how, for an example, I know that's not European, but just outside of the U.S., in, was it Dubai or somewhere in the UAE, women were just allowed to drive 2 or 3 years ago. Dubai.
It's definitely more sexism than racism.
Say, in this situation,
I think that's more prominent, because people try to say racism and shit, and I'm like, bro,
I don't discredit that, but I don't think that's one of the bigger factors that people try to make it seem. I don't think
in this specific situation, I don't think it's racism. And I seen people try to use that little story about the white girl that got caught with however much, and they let her go.
She had 17 grams on a family vacation. That's what happened. But that was in 2019.
Yeah, before, bro, Russia got a whole bunch of shit. Like, a lot of shit that happened between 2019 and 2022 between the relationship between Russia and America. That relationship is not the best.
That's my main thing. That's the point I try to bring with, just because, like, when you're in it, like for Brittney's situation, right? When you're in it, you like, I done did it before. It's just a little pain. I'm just trying to make sure I'm good but after all of this said and done, I can guarantee she's in that cell like, I don't even need that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
you gotta know, like, why are you trying Russia? I just feel like Russia, like, and Russia is like, in every show, bro, and it's not even, I hate to say this because it sounds racist, but in every show, bro, the Russians are the villains.
No,
like, they, everything in the show, like, I'm not trying no Russian, so she in there. I feel bad for her because it's like, bro, everything is in Russian, so everything is
Yeah, like, that's the thing, just the conditions and all of that.
I know you can't read shit, it's not no English or whatever, but like but to kind of go real back quick on the racism shit, I know that the woman shit that I don't even know if that happened. It probably did happen. I
looked into it.
Oh, okay.
But like I say, my whole thing is just like that happened in 2019. I'm not sure exactly even if who all in charge in terms of the legislature and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, if the rules are the same and all that, blah, blah, blah.
Because I thought that it was interesting that people brought that forward. This is my only problem with us as a people when we try to call out certain shit. I think that we have to do more research before we just say certain shit is racism, because I think that discredits the shit when it's actually racism.
Yeah, when it actually happens. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Yes, because it's a man by the name of Mark Fogel. He is an American man.
American teacher.
He teaches internationally as well, and he has 2 kids that went to school in Moscow, and he went out there, and he was found guilty for 14 years.
Yes, over around 17 grams of marijuana, 14 pens that Brittney, 14 of what Brittney had, plus like a 3.5 or something like that, right?
All medical.
All medical.
All medical.
You know what I'm saying? And they sentenced him to 14 years.
Yeah.
But I think going back to Brittney's situation, what I don't think is fair, like she broke the law. That's, you know what I'm saying?
You definitely broke the law, and you broke the law in a different country.
I feel like the punishment isn't fitting the crime. No, and I think I wanted to bring up something that you looked up before we got on camera. They say in Russia, there are violent offenses that get around or less than the same as this. Then we see like people that have committed murder or more violent crimes have gotten 10 years or less. You get
know what
I'm
I
saying?
think it is, though? Everybody knows who Russia was trying to get in return for Brittney Griner.
So and that's what we say. See, it was more
they
the political.
gave them the maximum possibility. That way, it tried to give them some type of bargaining. It puts media pressure on the American government to get those people back
in a timely manner.
And people in America don't give a fuck about who they're asking in for return. But I'm gonna be honest with you, they asking for some shit that like the person that they're asking to get in return is a nigga that, bro, they call him like the god of death or some shit.
Yeah,
like
something crazy.
Like, come on, how the hell you just gonna let that person go? Because
a known assassin.
Let's just be real. Brittney Griner, they're like I just said, people didn't even know who Mark Fogel is. Never even heard of his story. He's a teacher, and he's getting 14 years. He's a 61-year-old man. That means he's going to be in there till he's 75 in a Russian prison. This just happened like 2 weeks ago. That doesn't get any media attention.
And like we say, not only does he not get any attention, he wasn't even the one that was considered in the Biden deal that they presented. It was another dude, a former Marine, Paul Whelan. You know what I'm saying? And that didn't even have nothing to do with the marijuana case. And so I think that it's crazy how it happened because he got arrested around the same time.
Because people are like, well, this is my confusion. People are like, Joe Biden, what are you doing? My thing is, Russia can literally just say no.
Yeah. Even like Biden can try as hard as he can, but you can't physically go and pull her out.
Yeah, you can't.
And like we said, given the recent situation and the relationship with Russia and the U.S., like, we both don't really have much. I mean, we both don't, but Russia has more.
Nobody's gonna. Yeah, like
they have what we want.
If America could, I'm gonna be honest with you. If America could do the same thing to Russia, they would, and that's why this situation is happening. That's why I don't think it's not a race thing. I think it's a country versus. I think it's a country versus country debate more so than a racism thing. I just think that Russia saw a way to, like, really take advantage of America or try to get. Like, I feel like this was Russia's best chance because this is the most notable person that's going to go there and make this mistake.
I was sitting here thinking as you saying that, like, how do we know that Russia wasn't waiting for the right person to, because like, bro has been locked up here for a little minute from what I understand, you know what I'm saying? So like, if we know that they've been trying to get him out, they just need the leverage to have another piece to move, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's more what it is.
That's what I think is a leverage piece, and if you don't get what you like, all right, well, they finna just sit here and stay, and then you're going to have to deal with the media scrutiny of that. Now, nonetheless, though, bro, I think Brittney Griner should have known better, but none the fucking less.
Regardless of that,
you don't deserve 9 years in prison for that.
My main thing,
you don't deserve really any prison for that.
The takeaway is like, she shouldn't have had to go over there. The punishment does not fit the crime. That's my biggest thing, bro. Like, we've seen other instances, like we said, like people have gotten away with more weed in less time, or just a fine. Sometimes no time. I think that's what was most appropriate here.
Yeah.
I just slap on the wrist, a big fine, whatever. Tell her not to do it again. This ain't cool. Cause bro, it's a 0.7 grand. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, because I just think that I think it's clearly Russians are gonna tax him, like, because like we just said, Mark got 14 years, 61 years old, and that doesn't. You shouldn't get no jail time. But that's because that's what our perception of weed is. Exactly. I can't tell you what the perception of weed is in Russia. I probably, like, obviously they're not bullshitting about it, clearly. But I also do think that they're doing the most because it's Americans as well. I think it's a blend of both. But at the same time, you do have to be smarter. I do feel like you have to be smart enough to not go try no dumb shit in Russia. I mean, Russia's the last place to do some shit like that, in my opinion. Like, these people
handle your business, come back to the
come back in there, then smoke and do whatever you need to do there. But nonetheless, though, I'm not saying that to say that she deserved 9 years or any prison because she didn't deserve any of that. I'm just saying I just feel like when you're going other places, especially places that do not like Americans, which most places do not like Americans, you have to be a lot more cautious about what's going on. And wrong place, wrong time. Well, I feel so bad for her because I ain't gonna lie, I don't see America being able to do a deal. She gonna do them 9 years, bro. That's a long time, bro.
On the U.S. perspective, what are you willing to get, you know what I'm saying? Do they feel like Brittney is worth home?
You're not giving and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't. The reason why I say no, she's not, is because if that's the case, Mark is too.
Right.
All these other people are too. You know what I'm saying? So like, just because you're more notable, that doesn't make you more special. At the end of the day, you're an individual person, just like the next person is. You know what I'm saying? Now, with all that being said, I do feel like none of them should be there to begin with.
Yeah.
But I just don't see American being able to, complete a deal with that without giving up somebody that they really aren't trying to give up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
another thing I gotta realize, even if America, not even all states, it's like legal for weed. So it's like,
about to say,
even if you be coming back to a legal state, it's like you still come back with weed.
Yeah,
they're gonna find you anywhere. So it's like
the international.
Yeah.
You just really got. I mean, because you can't sit here and act like what you doing was correct. I just don't think it was that serious.
No, definitely.
I think
that's what it was.
Like,
that's
exactly.
what it is.
Like let's say it was CBD instead of fully THC. Maybe it's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Because like you say, it's still weed, but like CBD doesn't have all of the same effects. So just it could have been different.
You just never know. That's a situation that got uglier and uglier by the day, bro. I just hated that happened to her. I hated it happen to her because, like I said, she did make a mistake, but fuck, that mistake don't grant that, bro. That's like saying, like, you got plenty of situations in America where a person might have did something like stole some cigarettes or something,
5 years,
and then he got killed. Police be like, what was it? Eric Gardner? I think that was the Eric Gardner situation. Stole some CDs or something. And basically, just because you did something wrong, Austin Sterling. Just because you did something wrong. Bro, so many people be dying. Like I be getting my stories mixed up. But just because you did something wrong, you warrant a punishment. But certain punishments do not warrant.
That's what my main thing. Like, do the punishments fit the crime? And I think that's something everybody can agree on, bro. Like, not even just Russia, U.S., whatever. I think I see that a lot more recently in the news where people's punishments don't fit the crime. Like, people are being penalized. Like, right now in this situation, she's being penalized for being American.
Yeah, she is.
Not for all the way breaking the law.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're saying. Just like
it's not fair.
I think when DJ was on the episode and we talked about the law and things like that, I think this is another good example of like, let the law be the end of the thing.
Yeah.
Don't let other factors get in between what's black and white.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, is this like, what's the normal penalty for having X amounts of marijuana?
If this person was Russian, what would he have done?
You feel me?
And I honestly would like to look up some cases of Russians getting caught with weed. I wish we would have did that because I just started that just now.
No, I'm saying when I looked, I didn't see any specific cases, but they said on average, like, bro, people do this amount of time for violent offenses. For more drug offenses, it's like around 5, give or take. I don't want to misquote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or like I said, fines. And
but I would have said, I ain't gonna lie, I would have said that 5 years would have been excessive too. But then if you go and look, like, oh well, a Russian who got caught with weed got 5. So,
but like
American
I said, the amount, like, that's the main thing.
Giving them 9, it makes sense because I know you're not gonna give an American and a Russian the same amount of time for the same crime, especially when the two countries do not get along.
Exactly.
So you know that you're gonna get a little bit more than what they got. But nonetheless, though, bro. None of that requires your life being taken from you. So I just hate that her life was taken from her for 9 years, man. And you in Russia, like, all that shit is, you know how they be talking. And then you can't read none of this stuff.
And I'm
on
sure
the
she's
wall.
uncomfortable too. She's 6'9".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not in the same.
I mean, anybody finna beat your ass up in that motherfucker.
That's too, but
so that's the best thing, but it's just uncomfortable. I know, I get it. Like, I know the living conditions is not made for a woman to be in that big.
I got my physical therapy. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my massage.
Well, I mean, her basketball career is over now too. That's what people aren't talking about either. And I know that sucks for her because I know she loves basketball. That's why she's in
Russia. Exactly.
Yeah. So. You know, it's just an ugly situation all around. But speaking of, while we still in the conversation of law, Breonna Taylor's murderers have finally been charged.
We're at step 1.
So after however long ago that was, we finally made it to step 1, and they've been charged. So to me, it's not much to talk about on that because if they get found not guilty, and then what?
So I'm happy that it got to this point. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah, and to me, like, that's the basis of it because a charge means nothing if they get found not guilty. Because at that point, our dumb asses are celebrating. Oh, they got charged, and then their asses is not in jail. So
we've seen that too many times. We need to see what's next.
I do hope that it turns out the way we wanted to, because the way they did that, I can't remember exactly what happened because it happened a minute ago, but I know they kind of just ran up in the fucking crib, just blazing guns.
Bro, first of all, yes, they ran up in there. They were in the wrong house to begin with, right? Yes, from what I understand, I thought they had a warrant, but they were at the wrong property. And the police claimed that they knocked, but the witnesses and neighbors said they didn't hear anything or didn't hear them announce themselves, and then shot the wrong people. So I hope that with this time going by, that it'll end in a better result, because you don't have the judge and the prosecutors or the defense like moving hastily, you know what I'm saying, and letting the outside media, because like when it was hot, it was everybody. There's gonna
be a lot less media attention behind this. So
yeah,
for sure.
I think
because this wasn't like, it was big news, but it wasn't like the biggest news of the day type
but
shit.
It was
charged.
And it was like during COVID where everybody had the time to sit down and watch and keep up.
Now
that people are back active, it's gonna be like
it's a lot harder. You don't have as much downtime, so you don't have as much time to just be in.
I hope with less of an outside influence, you're allowing the people to just do their job and they make the right decision. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, it took them
more than justice.
It took them a day and a half to do the damn shit, bro. But nonetheless, though, I mean, fuck. Beggars can't be choosers, right?
Yeah, I'm glad they at least got charged.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get found guilty without being charged first.
Yeah,
so you know, there's that on that.
We'll see how that goes.
But shit, bro. I think that's.
Would you rather?
I think that. Y'all, my damn. I don't know if y'all be doing it, but I do. My Apple Watch ain't been charged in probably like 3 weeks, bro. I just be putting that bitch on my wrist though. Like I just be having it on my wrist because it's just
part of your daily.
It's just a part of it, and it's just like my wrist be feeling weird. I always keep a wristband. I try to always keep a rubber band on. That's like my wrist, because I don't wear jewelry. I don't really wear no jewelry. I don't got earrings. I don't really wear none of that. But like my wrist game. I ain't gonna say wrist game because it's the only watch I got. I don't have. It's not like I got other watches to be switching that shit out. I'm gonna get some other bands though.
While I'm here too, let me shout out. I got my Carry fit on. You feel me? Shout out Carry. I told him I was gonna shout him out. I got another hat I'm gonna wear on next episode. But yeah, stashatl. I'll make sure we put the link in the description. He got a lot of he do thrift clothing and stuff.
Oh, that's
like
hard.
That, so he got a lot of collection pieces. But this is a part of his own collection. So shout out.
Oh, he a real fashion show.
And the custom 101 Imperium.
I like to say, you know, I got to shout out Imperium. You know, I got to shout out the Phone Home. Shout out T Lee them.
You feel me?
Phone Home. I think it's right here.
Yes, sir.
Right here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out T Lee. Shout out Phone Home. You feel me? I got hella Phone Home shit. I wear Phone Home like.
We gonna see.
I wear Phone Home. I wear my Phone Home stuff, and I wear my Imperium hoodie. I gotta get another Imperium hoodie though, because I don't wear that shit into the
go
damn.
Ahead and get you one too.
I done wore my Imperium hoodie into the damn ground, bro. I'm talking about that shit didn't probably hit the washing machine as many times I done hit the damn shower, bro. Like, I didn't throw that shit. I done wear that shit a lot, bro. But shit. I think that's all I got for y'all today. You good?
Much needed.
Y'all folks be safe. We're gonna probably be back in 2 weeks. Yeah. I believe to say. I'm saying? Well, there's that. You can click the red button on it.
Gotcha.
All right.